Hi again, everybody. Chris Lewis coming to you from Falcon Country, where it's another great day to show off some Falcon pride. Today we are going to introduce one of our great volleyball team members. She's going to let us know where she's going in a bit, but it is Erin Burke. Erin, nice to see you.
Nice to see you too.
Who you have here with you?
This is my dad, and then my mom, and then my sister Kira.
Well, welcome everybody. Thanks for coming. First off, how long have you played?
I've actually been playing volleyball since 5th grade. So I don't know how many years that would be, but a while.
Were you on any youth teams or club teams?
Yeah, I started out at Thunder Volleyball Club, and now I'm playing at Infinity Volleyball Club out of Salem.
Oh, so you continued.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, very cool. Anyone you've looked up to along the way?
Like professionally, or like what do you?
Either or.
Okay. Well, Carrie Walsh-Jennings, she's a beach volleyball player. She's somebody that I've loved watching her play during the Olympics and stuff like that. So professionally, she's definitely someone I've looked up to. And just like when we have Little Spikers kids camps, I've always wanted to, or when I was younger, I always wanted to be like the high school players, and I always wanted to play volleyball at the level that they were playing.
So you tried to match what they did.
Yes.
Well, I got to tell you, one of my first impressions of you, I think it might have been in the first match, I should say. You took one heck of a fall, rolled your ankle,
Yep.
came down really hard on your wrist, and you're on the floor for a good while.
Yeah. I sprained both my wrist and my ankle.
But I got to tell you, the one thing that impressed me that day is I looked over and you never left your teammates on that bench.
No.
You watched every point. You had your foot up on a chair, ice on the wrist, and you were still with your teammates. Can you explain that closeness that you guys have had? Because this was a special team.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't want to have to leave the court, but I knew that I did. So anything to be as close to them as possible. I mean, they're a second family to me. And, being able to play with them and even just be on the bench with them in a situation like that just means the world, because they're just such a good group of girls.
And you didn't want to leave that night, did you?
No, I did not.
Yeah. Well, I'd tell you what, from our vantage point at the scorer's table, it looked a lot worse than it actually was.
Yeah.
Because we thought something was broke because we heard it. and like I said, from where we were sitting, it looked bad.
It definitely felt like it was broke, but it's good that it wasn't.
I looked over and I'm thinking, man, there's something special going on here. And that was early in the year, and you guys took it to a whole other level from there, which was just awesome. And that's one of the things that will lead me to this question. Obviously, there's a tenacity, a determination, a passion that kept you there that day. Where did you learn that? Is that something that was learned, or is that something that is innate?
I mean, I don't know. I've always had a passion for anything that I do or that I enjoy. Like, I'm really passionate about school, and when I started volleyball in 5th grade, it was something that I knew that I could be good at if I, put time and effort into it. And I think all that time and effort kind of turned over into like a passion, because I didn't want to waste my time, so I was passionate, if that makes sense.
Oh, definitely. And what do you think are your biggest accomplishments?
Through volleyball?
Mm-hmm.
I would say being district runner-up 2 years in a row, for sure. That's a huge accomplishment for a program like Fitch, and I think that next year they can even go further. And I'm really proud of things like that, like how we did in tournament play.
And how about your most memorable moment?
Ooh, beating Canfield twice, yes.
Especially that second time.
Yes.
Coming down 2-0 and winning the last 3.
Yeah, that's definitely a big moment for me, to remember, because, they're our biggest opponent, and to not only beat them for the second time that year, but also become AAC champs for the second time in a row. It was definitely a big moment.
And on their court, nonetheless.
Yes.
That was pretty cool. So who has helped you along the way as both a player and a person?
I mean, definitely my parents and my mom and my dad. I mean, they're there for me every step of the way, and anytime I wanted to, play at a higher level or do anything extra, they've been completely supportive of it and wanted me to be the best person and best player in volleyball that I could be, and I definitely couldn't be here today without them.
Well, and the reason you are here today, you're going to tell us where you're going to school.
I'm going to Hiram College.
Hiram College. Erin Burke, the latest Falcon to move on her way to the collegiate level. She's going to be a Hiram Terrier. So let's give Erin a big round of applause. Put pen to paper and make it official. Mom and Dad, how you feeling?
Pretty proud.
Yeah, very proud.
Proud?
Yep.
Yeah. Anything you'd like to add about what you've seen from her over the years?
She has just really impressed me with her, not only her academic ability, because she's 4.0 valedictorian, but I am just really impressed with how she has stuck with it through injury and adversity and just came back swinging even harder, and just how she loves the game. It just has been just a pleasure to watch her, and I can't wait to keep watching.
And do you think that passion comes from Mom and Dad?
Maybe Mom, yeah.
Well, Erin, what do you plan on studying?
Biomedical humanities, which is a pre-med track.
Pre-med, interesting.
Yep.
Well, I was looking up some information as I was getting the graphic ready for the video board. And I saw a couple interesting, notable alums from Hiram.
Mm-hmm.
President James A. Garfield was one of them.
Really? Wait, yeah, because the one building is named after him when I went on a tour. So yeah, that makes sense.
And also, and this is an odd combination, Michael Stanley from the Michael Stanley Band.
Oh.
Big in Cleveland and in this area. He went to Hiram. So
Okay.
you have a lot, a lot of pressure to, stand among a president and a rock and roll Hall of Famer, if I'm not mistaken. So that's pretty cool. Does Hiram have a pretty good team?
Yeah, they're more like building their program right now because they got their Coach Dye, I think, she's a fairly newer coach, I think. But yeah, they're a great team, and the atmosphere from the girls that I've met, it's just fantastic. It's they're like a family there as well.
Do you see yourself being a starter as a freshman?
I'm not sure. I mean, there's a few other setters there, so I'll have to work hard, but whatever happens, happens.
And I tell you what, it seems like the play can't happen without the setter.
True. That's
So
very true.
How does that feel, knowing that you are, an integral part of what's happening on the court?
I mean, it's always been a lot of weight on my shoulders, and I've taken more pressure than I needed to sometimes with it, but I love being a part of every play and touching the ball every time the ball comes over the net, and it makes me feel like I'm, doing something important, and I love that.
That's great. And with that, what accomplishments do you hope to achieve in college? Obviously playing volleyball, and after you get your degree.
Well, I hope to start eventually, whether it's my freshman year or later down the road. I just want to be able to be as important to Hiram's team as I was here at Fitch. I want to kind of play a similar role because, I loved doing what I did here. And academically, I want to graduate in 4 years with a degree in biomedical humanities and hopefully either go to med school or physician's assistant school and specialize in pediatrics.
Wow, good for you.
Yeah.
It takes a different breed to be in pediatrics. So we wish you luck on and off the court, and it was great working with you this season. Got to say the entire team, but it was great getting to know you fairly well, and I wish you the best from here on out. So
Thank you.
Once again, Erin Burke from the Austintown Fitch volleyball team, on her way to Hiram College. This is Chris Lewis reminding you, celebrate your Falcon pride.